Just got this thing in the mail, fresh, hot off the delivery truck, the Soloshot 3. Also sent me a nice composite tripod here for it. Basically what it does is it auto tracks this band, which you would put on your arm or in your car or wherever it needs to go, and it will track around, zoom, focus, all of the important stuff like you had a media guy there, and it would record your entire runs. You can stop it from your phone, you can edit it, you can do everything that you wanted to do quickly and easily. As you can see there, it says automatically track, film, and edit. So if you don't have any experience with any of the above, this seems like it would be a great product for you. Combine this with a couple other cameras on your car and it's like you brought a whole camera crew with you. So let's unbox this sucker.
First off, it comes in some super nice packaging. I was really impressed by that. Opening up the box, this is exactly what you get. It's really well packaged. Nothing's going to move around. This is going to be your motorized unit. This is going to be your pan and tilt with the LCD screen on the back of it. This is also the battery pack where you charge the whole thing. This is going to be your GPS receiver that you take with you. And this is the camera itself. They make two different versions. This is the longer lens one for farther away sports. They do make a close-up one that's more like a GoPro. Make sure to choose the appropriate one when you're making the plunge and purchasing one of these bad boys. Instruction manual, an adapter. This is the armband where you can toss that receiver into so you don't have to worry about losing it. You can strap it to your roll cage or whatever you need to do to make it happen. This is a tool to actually tighten it down to your tripod. Pretty cool that they included that as well. Open up the box all the way and there's a pad and a USB cable.
So I'm super pumped to set this thing up and actually watch it track me around. All right, luckily I had a 64 gigabyte memory card from one of my old cell phones laying around, so I don't need to go out and get one of those. Bonus! Doing it completely wrong. So I was trying to slide it in like that. That's not how you do it. Push the button in, or you don't even have to do that. You just take it, you push it down, and slide it in. Boom, it's that easy. So just had to download and install the app and then create an actual account. I'm assuming for sharing and whatnot. Hey, hello. It just takes a few minutes to set up your Soloshot 3. Continue. First, let's connect to the internet and get the latest software. Next. It's even got a full keyboard on there. That's pretty sweet. Checking for updates. Read the instructions and charge it to 35% before you actually try to do the update. So we're going to let this thing charge. We'll come back, finish the install. Well, that's doing that. It's a nice tripod. I have one that has the twist locks, and I'm not a huge fan of it. So I may be using this one for a lot of my projects because these are much easier to work with. So highly recommend if you snag one of these to pick up a tripod as well. Just put that right there for now. System update available. Download. Continue. Downloading update.
After not reading the instructions all the way through, I figured out that you do have to unplug it for the update to actually go through. If the unit's plugged in, the update doesn't work, and so it kept erroring out every single time. So keep that in mind for the future. I went ahead and popped it on its tripod, and unfortunately it was night when I did all this testing, so a lot of the footage was pretty crappy. I just wanted to see it in action. So I went through the settings, started at calibration, and got it tracking, and immediately didn't work. So Had to tweak some settings a little bit, and I'll probably make another video with how to improve your usage of this thing.
Must be tracking to start recording. I think it's recording, so I'm gonna head out here. All right, not getting a GPS signal, so I'm going to mess with this a little bit, and I'll come back. And I know it's going to be kind of dark out here. I'm just trying to test and see if it picks up the audio, because this camera has a hot shoe on it, which is awesome. But I don't know if it's compatible with the particular Rode mic that I have, so we're going to find out. I'm going to take the footage off that it's recording right now and see what it can do. But it is awesome. You can set the Rode mic on there, clip it into the hot shoe, and hopefully have dialed in audio. It is still tracking everything and where I'm going. Not supposed to do it within 30 feet, but we got the little controller there saying that we're active and GPS is on. So it's just a little audio test. That'd be nice if it could pick up that. Let's see if the actual mic picks up the motor, the sound from the motor of the camera moving around. Just walking through my yard, give a little jog. The dogs are all pumped I'm running. So we'll see if the mic picks up any of that sound. I know I saw some complaints about that, but I don't think it's going to be a big deal, considering we're going to be using cars and they're loud anyway. So, all right, audio test complete. We'll see if it actually worked. If not, not too big of a deal. Pumped on this thing.
Now, all the audio I got was basically wind noise, so I went ahead and muted that. I'm going to have to figure out a way to combat that, maybe making a little dead cat for wherever the mic is, doing something along those lines to get some of the wind noise down. Not a big deal. Most of the shots were pretty far away, so the audio would be pretty distorted as was. I do like this camera. I think it's a great idea. I think it's really cool for getting extra angles of the car. If you got a couple of GoPros on the top, a couple of GoPros inside, you could cut yourself together a pretty damn good video using this. If you had it kind of in a central location to where you're drifting, go put it out where all the media guys are and make yourself a nice video. What I didn't like about it is how long it takes to actually lock onto a GPS signal. As you can see, this track is pretty wide open and there are no clouds in the sky whatsoever. You can see right there that it's just blue sky. It took probably 10 minutes for this thing to actually get a lock. It just spun and spun and spun and spun and spun. And then it finally locked on, and then it started recording the sky. So I came to reset it, and anytime you move it, it resets and you have to recalibrate. So if somebody bumps into it or you move it, it has to do the recalibration for the GPS every single time. 10 minutes each time that happens. So that was one thing that I wasn't a huge fan of. Once it did start tracking though, it locked on and it stayed locked on, and I got pretty far away from it. I think the range is about 2,000 feet. So that was definitely put to the test here when I was turning around on the other side of the skid pad, but it got my whole runs in as much as it could. The closer you get to this particular one, the harder a time it has to track you. It can't track fast enough. But if you're at the correct distance of over 30 feet or 40 feet or whatever it is, it does absolutely well. One other thing I can highly recommend is to go to their website and look at what kind of memory cards you need to use, because the first time I took this out, it wouldn't record because the memory card wasn't fast enough. So just keep that in mind if you do snag one of these. Anyways, that's my unboxing and review of the Soloshot 3 auto tracking camera. Hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully I'll be putting out some more content with this thing in the near future. Officer Dan, out.